Okay, good evening. My name is Anna Maria, and I want to make a question. Do you think that fintech was born to answer to consumers' need disappointed by banks?
Well, partially it might be a good reason for the beginning of fintech. Right now in the market, according to different stakeholders, they put the beginning of fintech on a different time scale. So for some professional in the banking industry, fintech was born during the 50s and 60s with credit cards. While for others like me, we tend to put the beginning of fintech with 2007-2008 crisis. For some others, fintech was born with PayPal, for instance. So yes, fintech is the answer of private entrepreneurs to satisfy the needs of consumers and companies disappointed also to the services provided by the banking industry.
Okay, and do you think that there will be an increasing growth in fintech with respect to traditional banks, or there is a way in which the traditional banks could be returned to the first point, to the first line in their activities?
In the last few years in the banking and fintech industry, we saw that there was a strategy of competition, so to cooperate on some points between fintech and banks, and to compete on other points in their activity. I really think that at the end this strategy doesn't really work, because at the end, as we saw also doing some presentation today, banks are trying to steal ideas or to killer apps, in the sense that they tend to make merger and acquisition of fintech in order to stop or shut down their activities, and they are not. It seems to me that they are not really interested in innovate the market. So from the other side, banks, they have a huge problem of legacy systems, and they are a hierarchical structure with a lot of bureaucracy, while fintech are more agile corporation with low or little hierarchy and a really low level of bureaucracy, and tend to innovate and evolve in a much faster way in comparison to banks. But from the other side, banks, they have still some money, a lot of money, and a lot of human capital. The risk for them and also for fintech is that we're going to lose the market in favor of big techs, that they have huge amount of money, a lot of great human capital with the right skills to win in the market, and also they have the trust of the consumers and the companies, because eventually a lot of people, they will prefer to have a bank account with Facebook or Apple or Google instead of their traditional bank. So I think the future will be still really complicated for banks, and if eventually we will face another financial crisis in the future that born inside the banking industry, then consumers and companies will trust less and less the banking industry and switch more to new providers, and we will see eventually the end of the banking oligopoly, and I think an increase of welfare in the whole society. And what I have to say to banks, good luck.
Okay, thank you.